stock market recap. Today is Thursday, May 29, 2025. So we know that the AI and semiconductor stocks are going to follow what NVIDIA does. We started off the morning with a quick pop with NVIDIA, and then we faded off the rest of the day. Remember in my videos from yesterday, I said to watch the $140 level. We unfortunately closed below that, which shows weakness. And this is why other companies didn't have follow through today either. And we saw with earnings like Dell, for example, they initially popped 5%, but then it faded off because they had an issue with gross margins, even though their guidance was raised. They did miss on metrics for this quarter, but they raised their guidance, but the margins were the problem. So Dell gave back a lot of those gains in after hours. And then also one company that did well was UiPath. They actually held their gains. That was up nicely in after hours. I bought that one. I put it in the community for you guys to see that their numbers, okay? But they did have a healthy beat and raise, and especially with how much this stock's beaten up, how cheap it is, it didn't take much to send this one higher, okay? So I like that one right now, but besides that one, there's a lot of others that aren't getting any oomph, like, for example, Elf Beauty. I know this is a different sector. I'm kind of going off tangent here, but Elf Beauty had a nice pop to start, but then that one faded off. But Ulta also beat, and they were up, last time I checked, 8%. I didn't see if that one faded off as well. So the beauty cosmetic sector, both these companies are involved in that space. Those are doing well. So, or like I said, they still pulled back from their highs, but those are areas you can look after they both had solid reports, okay? But going back to the AI side of things, even Salesforce yesterday, that stock didn't react well today. And it just shows that stocks are having a tough time getting above resistance. So this is why you want to mark those levels off like I've taught you. So where it's bonking, where it can't get through, that's where I think we're going to roll over here for a little bit. Just a short-term top, okay? All signs are pointing to that with the breadth indicators too. Those are, not showing as much breadth in the market where many sectors are outperforming, okay? It's more concentrated now. So we need to monitor this. I don't think you have to do anything right now. There's times where you just sit on your hands and do nothing and wait for opportunities. And that's where I'm at, guys. Because remember, we made a big move quickly with stocks, okay? I don't see a lot of upside at this point. Remember, it's all about risk reward, upside versus downside. We made up a lot of that upside quickly. And that's why now I'm waiting for opportunities. Like I said, UiPath, I was okay buying that one because of how cheap it is and their earnings per share growth. And like I said, when there's so much negativity priced in, then it only takes, a slight beat to get the stock moving again. So that one I like. Everything else right now I'm holding on. As you know, NVIDIA needs to go in the 120s if I'm going to be interested in buying, because again, did a lot of buying at lower prices, okay, over the last couple months. A lot of you guys followed as well. So again, you just got to hold through these times. Don't worry so much. I mean, there's times where stocks are going to go down, and some people are, feel the pressure to sell in their long-term account. But remember, you got to weather the storm no matter what with these AI plays. No matter how low it goes here again in the short run, okay, I don't think it's going to go back to all-time lows, but you never know what news can come out. I do think we can gap fill a little bit down, okay, and roll over for a bit before going higher when a new catalyst comes along. But just know that, guys, a lot of stocks are not able to get above resistance. So if you're wondering why your trades aren't working, okay, just know that if you look at the charts, you'll see a lot of selling pressure. Every time it gets up to a level, right, it takes the stairs up and the elevator down, and then the stairs up and the elevator down. When you see those big, tall, red bars, those candlesticks, okay, that means selling pressure, and that's where you just want to know to stay out of the way, be patient. Like I said, sit on your hands and just wait for opportunities. They will come along, guys, okay? And I know people get in the habit of trading every day, but you don't have to. It's okay to take breaks, and this is one of those times, especially those stocks that have rallied big already. Wait for them to come in a little bit. There will be better opportunities down the road. Of course, I will alert you on when I'm buying.